Hello, beautiful people. Today, let's talk about the balance council changes. The results are in, so we can discuss what was changed this season. First, the power increase. Red freeze at 3 points of power. I don't think this is a big change, but regarding this change, plus Renfrey's gang, then once again you will definitely see Renfrey in the deck. I don't think this makes any kind of a sense to change this card every season. I think it should stay where it's at right now, and it should not be changed every month because it makes absolutely no sense. And at the same time, we are neglecting some of the cards that should have been changed a long time ago. Forest Protector, I think this is also like one of the changes that should be done a long time ago. Although this card has a great potential, it's not being played at all. So I would say right now, for Symbiosis, it's gonna be a buff. So this is definitely a good change. Lord Triptide, I don't think this is a good change. At 9 points of power, it was already played everywhere in every single monster deck. Right now, it will be only stronger, and I don't see a point of increasing the strength of this card. Scoiatael, first it was buffed to 4, then it was nerfed to 3. Once again, right now it's at 4. I don't think that kind of changes make any kind of sense. In my opinion, at 4 it's perfect because anyway we don't see this card quite often. So 4 and it should remain. It should remain like this. Pugo, completely forgotten card. This is a slight buff to it. Maybe right now we're gonna see this card more often. Johnny, this is actually a great change, and absolutely Sarah and John right now they will be played in the scoiatael deck with spells. Definitely I will create a deck tomorrow with these two cards because they are very strong, and right now this is a big I would say game changer for spell attack. This is already discussed. Slave driver. I think we can agree that at 4 points of power plus the 6 points of provision, that's where it should stay. Because there is no point of like changing this card every single month. Definitely, this is not a 5 provision card. Although right now it's at 6, and right now at 4 points of power, this is a very strong card, and for me it's even too strong to what it can provide us. But instead of like going back and forth, maybe it's gonna be better if it's gonna stay here where it's at right now. Siege support, definitely this is also a great change for Northern Realms. Anyway, this card is being played, especially with King Radovit, the 5th. So if we have King Radovit, people usually play Siege support, and they give Zeal to King Radovit. So right now we're just gonna see this card more and more often. Back Alley Chemist, definitely a good change, but in total I don't know if that was needed because poisons in Syndicate they are pretty strong. So right now we are just increasing the strength of this decks. Now power decrease, Crown Mother at 4 points of power. I don't think it was needed, to be honest with you. It seems like this season people they try to nerf all the archetype of druids, and this is like one of the changes that is here. But I don't think that was, to be honest with you, needed because this card is pretty random. You don't have any guarantee that you're gonna play this card in the first round, and then if you don't play it in the first round, then absolutely you're not getting too many points because you will just get right now 8 points because you will play it in the second round, and then it will be drawn from your graveyard. So 8 for 10, I mean, absolutely it makes no sense. I know that you create also 2 crows, but in total it's like 12 for 10. It makes no sense. I think at 5 it was perfect, and there was no need to change this card. Vernon Roche, right now it's crazy strong. You only give 1 point of power to your opponent, and then you can play top 2 cards. So this is definitely a crazy buff for Northern Realms, and we're gonna see this card quite often. Corrupted Flaminnica, definitely this card it needed a buff, but I don't think the power was the problem. I think the biggest disadvantage of this card is that it's very cheap and it's only at 8 points of power. That's why when you play Beast, definitely you're gonna play Flaminnica, even you can play sometimes her twice. Avalanche Siege, I don't understand that kind of change. It should stay at 2 points of power because I know that it was a thinner. It was helping us with thinning the deck, but I don't think that was needed. Autora, the same situation as with Avalach. It should be at 2 points of power. Whispers, the same. Nausicaa, so Everyman's Story. Then we have the deranged corsair, definitely good change, but still in my opinion it will give us 11 for 5. So right now this is like a very strong, not crazy strong but very strong, so 11 for 5 it's acceptable, so definitely this is a good change. Artfane Heavy Cavalry, one of these cards that is pretty controversial. In order to destroy this card, sometimes you had to use a Heatwave, because people they used to use Crystal Skull on it, plus obviously it was in the melee row, so then you would have like an automatic engine that would give you 2 points of damages every single round. So I would say maybe it's a good change, but definitely I would do it in a different way, that this card has 4 points of power, but this provision cost would be changed to 5. Then Seagull, actually with Seagull maybe there was a better like a option, because I also voted for this card to be once again at 4 points of provision plus 1 points of power, but maybe it was better to leave these cards at 2 points of power and then give it 5 points of provision, and then it would be 11 for 5, so it would be exactly in the same range as the range Corsair. So unfortunately it went down to 4, but I think if it was 5 plus 2 it would be perfect. Then we have provision increase, so Congregate, crazy strong, 18 points of provision. That's absolutely insane. This is the first leader ability that got so high, and right now basically you can fit anything in this deck regarding this Congregate ability. Force of Nature, also crazy strong, right now at 16. It was never that strong. I don't remember any time that the Force of Nature was like 16, so right now we're gonna see Force of Nature plus Surge Scratch a lot, and obviously the spiders quite often. Maritela at 15. Just like I mentioned before, this is not the problem. The problem are the Wandering Priestesses. So I would change the 4 provision card into 5, and I would just leave Maritela at 14. Mushy Truffle. This card right now it's all over the game. Was it that controversial? I wouldn't say so. I would say that at 10 was also okay. Obviously, this is like another nerf to druids, and I think that was the main reason for changing this card. Obviously, they play Mahakam Ale plus obviously the Mushy Truffle. So Mahakam Ale, I think right now it's at 14 or 14. I think 14 points of provision, which is crazy. And right now Mushy Truffle at 11, so they are just killing the druids. Shiro, definitely good change. This card by itself can win the game. So I had games that with Shiro I could destroy, let me say, 3 units with 8 points of power, so 24 plus the points of Shiro, so it's just absolutely insane. Fiji's, I don't think that's needed. I think that all the defenders should be at 9 points of provision. Terror of the Sea, definitely a good change. I think it should be even at 9. For what it provides, it's just absolutely insane. If you have this card in your hand in the first row, then you have like an ultimate removal. You can easily remove a unit which has even like, I don't know, 15 up to 20 points of power. Highland Warlord, every month story, definitely not a good idea. If this is at 6 points of provision, finally it should be changed as the Slave Driver is. So okay, 6 here, but then 4 here, and then it makes some kind of a sense. Clown Preacher, very good card, very strong card. Maybe it's a good change, to be honest with you, because this card can create crazy points, so I would agree with this one. I know that the druids, they are very controversial, and they are very difficult to be balanced. Aristocrat, this one also is a very strong card, and I also agree with this change for this for 5 points of provision, because in every single deck when I was playing White Frost, I was always including 2 of them since they were so strong. Then we have Decrease of Power, 7-11. Hard to say, to be honest. This is like one of these cards which is very difficult to balance. If this is like 11, so then it should be changed to 6. Gezras, I think this is a good change, because even at 12 points of provision that card wasn't that good, so at 11 it will be more acceptable, because basically you spend a lot of points and then you don't have any kind of security that you will get anything out of Gezras. Angus, 5 and 11, hard to say, to be honest. As you can see, this card, it can be crazy good or crazy bad, depending on a game. If you have haste and then you play Angus, For 11, this is strong. This is definitely strong. So elves, they are getting crazy buffs this season. Francesca, it will create a situation in which we're gonna play Golden Necker twice. So right now, probably in every Golden Necker, Francesca will be included. Shandor, I don't think that was needed. This card is crazy strong by itself. Right now, with only 9 points of provision, we're gonna see clogging all over the game. Afan, I don't know, to be honest with you. 4 and 9 with the soldiers, Imperial formation. I don't think it should be this way. Right now, we also have another tool for nilfgaard, thinning card. So, I mean, anyway, nilfgaard has the best thinning, the best drawing options. I mean, no other faction has that kind of a crazy strong thinning option. Right now with Afan, this is additional. So I don't know where we are heading, but we are heading to a point where basically nilfgaard will be unbeatable sooner or later. Alliance, a very good change, completely forgotten card. Even at 9 points of provision, we didn't see this card. And also right now at 8, this it makes absolutely that makes sense to play this card. So definitely a very good change. Vandergriff's Blade, forgotten card. It's also a very good change. Maybe even at 6, that would be, I would say, much better. Alirian, I don't understand this change. At 8 points of provision, actually this card was played, and right now at 7, we're gonna see this card in every single elf deck, that's for sure. Penitent, completely forgotten card. I agree with this change. Definitely, this is a way it should be. But what is going to happen? What I think is that once it got to 6, then they will change it into 1, and probably it will happen next month. So definitely try to play this card this season. Otherwise, you will not have an opportunity to play a card with 2 points of power and 6 points of provision. So anyway, these are the changes. As you can see, I agree with most of them. Obviously, these are some things that I don't like that much, but this is like an every month story. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you for your time and support. Please like, subscribe, and comment, guys. See you in the next video. And the last announcement, guys. Please go to nearest shelter and adopt a dog. Thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.